how tall or big they are, I can use what I have, and that is a 6'9" power forward. That's a 7'5" wingspan, and it has a 90 rebound and a 90 steal. And what I can do is I have a 93 driving dunk, so that raises my posterizer all the way up to where if I get a step on defender towards the basket, I can just go into a meter dunk and get a contact almost every time. So they would have to put their big around me, and at that point, I can just fake like I'm going to the basket and just walk back and shoot three. So if you want to really get busy and be very versatile, go a little taller on those driving builds, maybe 6'8", 6'9".
And then last one, two-way center.
So I just made a build for center. It is a 7'4" wingspan, so a little short on the wingspan, but I'm gonna push it on game of why it's so short. Two-way inside-out playmaker. Now we're playing a game where everybody wants to be well-rounded, and I think this is one of the most well-rounded center builds. Be able to have a close shot at a 92, and you can get a standing dunk at a 90. So what this does, it gets your rebound up to a 94. Offensive rebound is a 76, but with those cap breakers, you can really push that up. Put your interior at a 94. And you're at the capability to be able to knock down threes with an 83 ball and get those break showers with an 87 pass accuracy. So if you're one of those people who just really want to figure it out in real time, 7 foot, be able to get those rise up dunks like I like, or be able to pick and pop and make plays for your team.
It's always interesting to me to see how different people create the builds with the different thresholds with cap breakers in mind. I know my ears perk up when I hear former pros talk about how to be better at the game, because as much as I know, and I've been playing since the original 2K, I can always learn a thing or two and adapt that into my game.
Thanks so much, EA Not Gaming.
The salary cap has been steadily increasing in my team, so today we're upgrading our starting lineup.
That's right. We've got a fresh canvas, Sasha. We want strong starters, a capable second unit, and we're just going to fill in some value here at the end of the roster. Let's start there.
Sure thing. Then let's fill our roster slots 11 through 13 with value player cards and build 2 strong waves of 5.
That's perfect. Anytime you need to sub out, you can do a whole line change. So who should we pick up for our starting center?
I'm looking at Hoop Invaders, Theo Ratliff, strong defender, and lob finisher.
Yeah, he's somebody who can get up and down the court and is reliable. Usually he's going to be faster than opposing centers as well. I think that's a great choice. At power forward, let's add Amethyst Gems of the game, Drew Gooden, because he's another strong post defender, also athletic and quick, and we want to be able to move up the floor very quickly.
Now you've got plenty of cap to spend. $2,000 for Diamond Danilo Gallinari gets you some shooting on the wing.
Yeah, we want Ratliff and Gooden to be able to kick out for 3, so let's add another shooter at the 2 guard. How about Diamond Buddy Hield, someone who I've gotten very comfortable shooting with, even added him into my career jumper, just very reliable and quick release. I like it.
Right on. And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barons of Ball, De'Aaron Fox.
I like how quick we're going to be out there. This is solid. Now let's get one great sub at each of the starting positions. Beginning at the 2 spot with the two-way player, that's Diamond Doug Collins. And I want a muscle point guard who can get into the lane. So how about finesse Tyreke Evans? He'll be very effective for us.
I like it. Enhance the defense with Aura Rui Hachimura and collect the boards with Mic Drop Andrew Bogut.
Very good. I like those players a lot. And let's add Juwan Howard as a steady replacement for Drew Gooden. This team's looking consistent, we're fast, we're balanced, and we can keep the rate of play constant. So even though our players on the court change, we can use the same style.
10 solid performers, a third wave backcourt, and exactly meeting the current salary cap.
That is nicely done. Hey, why don't you try building a new salary cap for yourself? Maybe something similar to what we did, or something completely your own. For an added challenge, press the shoot button and have the lineup auto-filled for you. See how you play that way. Grab wins, earn rewards, rep up, and be the best in my team.
Remember, be sure to check back on June 13th to find out which play you voted as the top play of the year. We'll also announce the winners of our 2K TV Awards.
And next week, we have more tips on builds, and we sit down with Scoot Henderson. Ooh, that's going to be a great interview.
I can't wait. But until then, enjoy the game, box out your opponents, get those rebounds, and go get some wins. Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
It's time to vote for your top play of the year.
Since the launch of NBA 2K25, you have voted for your favorite plays.
And it comes down to these two. So here's Scott Moak with the call. Listen up.
It's time. 32 votes now bring us to 2 finalists for Top Play of the Year. We will crown a champion and award 1 million VC, along with some amazing prizes. Bring on the final vote. The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater. Launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA 2K25. And the winner from seasons 4 through 6 was Greatness 1221 in the theater. After downing a defender, rises up and rotates. You can't stop the ball if it's spinning all around. 1 million VC is on the line. It's voting time. Is it a new favorite or maybe a play you've boosted through every vote? All year long, your submissions have been outstanding. We look forward to announcing the winner during the 2K TV Awards. Congrats, and thank you to everyone who participated. It's been a pleasure to announce. We'll see you next time.
If you're enjoying the NBA playoffs and want to recreate the action yourself, NBA 2K is a place to be.
That's right. Located within My League and My NBA eras, the playoffs allows you to fully customize a 16-team NBA bracket. You can play in the current postseason bracket or mix things up and add any team to join the fun. Whether it's a current roster, all-time, or classic, this playoff bracket is entirely up to you.
You can control multiple teams and change the settings however you like. A one-game NBA Finals to determine the winner? Done.
Check out this mode next time in NBA 2K25 and see how your playoff bracket shakes out.
We have a very special guest on 2K TV today. We have community member Yena Gaming. Welcome back. We're so excited to have you on again.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about builds. What's your advice on players making a playmaking guard?
If you want to be a good playmaker, I think one thing to do is have your pass accuracy and your ball handling up. So what I have is a 6'3" point guard with 6'7" wingspan, 94 ball handle, an 82 pass act, and I have the ability to go get driving dunks with an 87 driving dunk and shoot from deep, 94 3-point shot, and then as a takeover, I'm able to get satellite. And then you get to play around with cap breakers. So if you're a sweat and you got 14, 15 cap breakers at this point, you can add something to your defense. My steal is at 91, and you can add even your pass accuracy. That way you can get those passes in a little quicker to your teammates, up the dimer a little bit. Or you just want to flush over everybody, you can raise you a little bit if you're driving dunk. So I think that's the best way to go when it comes to point guard.
Okay, what about a slashing forward?
Now, slashing forward, it's a little rough around the edges because everybody wants to go and dunk the ball no matter how tall or big they are. I can use what I have, and that is a 6'9" power forward. That's a 7'5" wingspan, and it has a 90 rebound and a 90 steal. And what I can do is I have a 93 driving dunk, so that raises my posterizer all the way up to where if I get a step on a defender towards a basket, I can just go into a meter dunk and get a contact almost every time. So they'll have to put their big around me, and at that point, I can just fake like I'm going to the basket and just walk back and shoot three. So if you want to really get busy and be very versatile, go a little taller on those driving builds, maybe 6'8", 6'9".
And then last one, two-way center.
So I just made a build for center. It is a 7'4" wingspan, so a little short on the wingspan, but I'm gonna push it on game of why it's so short. Two-way inside-out playmaker. Now, we're playing a game where everybody wants to be well-rounded. I think this is one of the most well-rounded center builds. Be able to have a close shot at a 92, and you can get a standing dunk at a 90. So what this does, it gets your rebound up to a 94. Offensive rebounds to 76, but with those cap breakers, you can really push that up. Put your interior at a 94. And you're at the capability to be able to knock down threes with an 83 ball and get those break showers with an 87 pass accuracy. So if you're one of those people who just really want to figure it out in real time, 7 foot, be able to get those rise up dunks like I like, or be able to pick and pop and make plays for your team.
It's always interesting to me to see how different people create the builds with the different thresholds with cap breakers in mind. I know my ears perk up when I hear former pros talk about how to be better at the game, because as much as I know, and I've been playing since the original 2K, I can always learn a thing or two and adapt that into my game.
Thanks so much, EA Not Gaming.
Standing 6'5", number 18, Alec Burks. 7 feet, number 7, Khalil. 6'7", number 22, Andrew Wiggins. Number 14, Tyler Hero. (6'9", number 13.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
And with that rotation not at full strength, someone else is going to have to step up and fill that role.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center position. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Halliburton against Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Six on the shot clock. 11 feet away. The rebound by Turner. Nesmith up top. Wiggins with some nice D. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Outside, Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
That one is off. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
And he's good on the second. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street name after him.
And here's Halliburton, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Over in the corner, Turner. Turner with the screen. Releases. Nembhard's shot is good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Hero passes to Ware. Here's Hero. He's covered by Halliburton. For 3. Hero, no good. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Halliburton looking around. Shoots over Hero. And it's Halliburton missing. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Adebayo. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Both teams changing it up here. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Tapping a screen on Love. Here's Siakam. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Oh, great move by Siakam. That is why they call him Spicy Pete.
Mitchell outside. Love outside. Puts up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Indiana trailing here. Here's Siakam. Tapping a screen on Love. Siakam for 3. That one doesn't go. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat out front, they lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Benedict Mathurin. Walker out there with Obi Toppin. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Halliburton in at the 2-guard spot. On the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. And that one misses. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball. Salto.
And here we go. Fast break. Halliburton's got it. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Instead, it seems like time and again the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
And it's the Heat with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Robinson kicks to Hero. Pass to Jovic. Shot clock at 5. The shot, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Halliburton outside. Miami grabs the miss.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
To the middle. Here's Anderson. Lays it up off the glass. Anderson's got his first points in this one.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Nesmith. And here is Siakam. Nembhard with it. Turner with the screen. Now Nembhard. The shot by Turner, no good. On the wing, Wiggins. Nesmith covering. Here's Adebayo. Good D by Siakam.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you guys are in control right now. How's that happen?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively, so we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in attack mode, both ends of the court.
You guys are built for this, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draws, please. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, someone left the window open. Give it up for our contestant.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answer. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Basket is good.
Tyler Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Tyrese Halliburton. What's the news, David?
Hey, guys, I talked to the head athletic trainer for the Pacers who gave us some information. He did tell me that he believed it wasn't a severe injury, so that is good news. And as you can see, he's already back on the court. How about that, Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is all.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Adebayo with a screen on Halliburton. There's Hero with a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Hero's got the lead up to 2 now for Miami. Now, here's Siakam. Halliburton a screen on Adebayo. Siakam misses. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Burks can't get it to go. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Trailing by 2 with the drive. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Halliburton's got 5 points so far.
So good at just reading the defense. That time, Halliburton maintains his dribble and gets to where he wants to go.
Burks the pass to Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. From the line, Siakam pulls it in.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Fires the 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hero against Halliburton. Adebayo kicks to Hero. Pass to Burks. Fires the three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Halliburton. The second effort. Got a hand on it. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Pacers. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the 3, the small forward. Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Turner with the screen. Here's Nesmith. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And Miami shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Hero passes to Burks. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. Outside, Hero. Nailed from three-point land. Hero's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Halliburton outside. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Miami leading by 3. Here's Hero. That one goes in. Hero's got 11 in the second half.
And how about Hero's body control? Capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Ware passes to Burks. Over Siakam. The Pacers pull it in. Inside. And Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Outside, Hero. A 3. Siakam pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Hero against Halliburton. Yes to Burks. Higgins outside.
And what a huge bucket from Wiggins. The Canadian has continued to build confidence and now wants the big shot.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
we're breaking the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He told his guys they can do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thank you, David. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Turner. It's tipped. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Now at the line, Tyler Hero.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 5. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Neesmith can't get it to go. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Now at the line, Bam Adebayo.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Halliburton for 3. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Huge finish from Halliburton. From the moment he entered the league, Tyrese has been clutch. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Tyler Hero.
Shooting 2.
gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Siakam for 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
Not a lot of resistance in trying to just outscore other teams. Generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
You've got to get loud.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Andrew Nembhard. First personal foul. Penalty. 2, Alec Burks.
Shoot 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I feel it was great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions. So I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
The salary cap has been steadily increasing in my team, so today we're upgrading our starting lineup.
That's right. We've got a fresh canvas, Sasha. We want strong starters, a capable second unit, and we're just going to fill in some value here at the end of the roster. Let's start there.
Sure thing. Then let's fill our roster slots 11 through 13 with value player cards and build 2 strong waves of 5.
That's perfect. Anytime you need to sub out, you can do a whole line change. So who should we pick up for our starting center?
I'm looking at hoop invaders, Theo Ratliff, strong defender, and lob finisher.
Yeah, he's somebody who can get up and down the court and is reliable, Usually he's going to be faster than opposing centers as well. I think that's a great choice. At power forward, let's add Amethyst Gems of the game, Drew Gooden, because he's another strong post defender, also athletic and quick, and we want to be able to move up the floor very quickly.
Now you've got plenty of cap to spend. $2,000 for Diamond Danilo Gallinari gets you some shooting on the wing.
Yeah, we want Ratliff and Gooden to be able to kick out for three, so let's add another shooter at the 2 guard. How about Diamond Buddy Hield, someone who I've gotten very comfortable shooting with, even added him into my career jumper, just very reliable and quick release. I like it.
Right on. And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barons of Ball, De'Aaron Fox.
I like how quick we're going to be out there. This is solid. Now let's get one great sub at each of the starting positions. Beginning at the 2 spot with a 2-way player, that's Diamond Doug Collins. And I want a muscle point guard who can get into the lane. So how about finesse Tyreke Evans? He'll be very effective for us.
I like it. Enhance the defense with Aura Rui Hachimura and collect the boards with Mic Drop Andrew Bogut.
Very good. I like those players a lot. And let's add Juwan Howard as a steady replacement for Drew Gooden. This team's looking consistent, we're fast, we're balanced, and we can keep the rate of play constant. So even though our players on the court change, we can use the same style.
10 solid performers, a 3rd wave backcourt, and exactly meeting the current salary cap.
That is nicely done. Hey, why don't you try building a new salary cap for yourself? Maybe something similar to what we did, or something completely your own. For an added challenge, press the shoot button and have the lineup auto-filled for you. See how you play that way. Grab wins, earn rewards, rep up, and be the best in my team.
Remember, be sure to check back on June 13th to find out which play you voted as the top play of the year. We'll also announce the winners of our 2K TV Awards.
And next week, we have more tips on builds, and we sit down with Scoot Henderson. Ooh, that's going to be a great interview.
I can't wait. But until then, enjoy the game, box out your opponents, get those rebounds, and go get some wins. Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
It's time to vote for your top play of the year.
Since the launch of NBA 2K25, you have voted for your favorite plays.
And it comes down to these two. So here's Scott Moak with the call. Listen up.
It's time. 32 votes now bring us to 2 finalists for top play of the year. We will crown a champion and award 1 million VC, along with some amazing prizes. Bring on the final vote. The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater, launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA 2K25. And the winner from seasons 4 through 6 was Greatness 1221 in the theater. After downing a defender, rises up and rotates. You can't stop the ball if it's spinning all around. 1 million VC is on the line. It's voting time. Is it a new favorite?
Up next, the Nets taking on the Wizards. For the Brooklyn Nets, they bank on preparation, focus, and sheer will. Each game a renewed opportunity to prove themselves. Wizards, Nets, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Ali LaForce, our reporter. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then there's Sarr, and it's Poole in at the 1. And for the Nets, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
So the Wizards will get the first possession. George outside. Middleton outside from downtown. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
Johnson on the wing. Outside, Williams. No good from outside. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Wizards. It's a three-point game, and the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets behind those teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing their future and developing talent.
And he drops the first. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There was a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success. Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Back to George. Pass to Coulibaly. Poole outside. And a nice finish on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Claxton. Screen by Claxton. Here's Thomas. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Coulibaly. It's Middleton on the wing. No good that time.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Russell, that's good.
So crafty off the dribble. Russell stops on a dime and gets the separation he needs.
George outside. Middleton looking around. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Russell to pass to Claxton. It's Thomas on the wing. 4 on the clock. Claxton down low. Second chance shot. That shot, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Poole outside. Over Russell. Some solid defense from Russell. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets. They lead by a bucket. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook that, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So on the floor for the Wizards, they've got Kispert, George out there with Rashawn Holmes. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. And there's the screen. Here's Smart. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Melton. Williams on the wing. Pass to Sharp. Johnson on the wing. 20 feet out. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp. Wilson's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Champagnie, he's checked in for Holmes. Washington trailing. Smart passes to Kispert. Here's Champagnie, guarded by Sharp. Back to George. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Williams. Sarge checked in for Washington. Chris Middleton comes in for George. Now here's Middleton. The D's right on him. Kispert, left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
B.A., they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Here's Thomas. It's blocked.
And as Sarr gets older, he'll learn how to use his length even more.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Johnson, he's checked in for Clowney, and Russell is subbed in for Wilson. We've got 1:23 left to play in the second quarter.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
To the paint. Outside for Bay. From the arc. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Bay's got his first 3 points of the game.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Thomas against Middleton. Thomas, left side. Over Middleton. Clock at 4. And the Nets miss again. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They set the pick. No good on the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Johnson passes to Russell. It's Thomas on the wing. Outside Johnson. Claxton a screen on Poole. He was all alone on that one. Russell's got 7 points.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Brooklyn out in front, leading by a point. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You got to like what we're seeing from D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Russell with the ball. Five on the clock. Jacks up a three. It's Coulibaly with a rebound. Poole outside. It's George on the wing. Pass to Poole. For three. Oh, using that sweet stroke. Poole connects from deep.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Williams on the wing. Thomas right side. Screen by Claxton. Thomas passes to Johnson. Williams from long range. Counted from distance. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. And you watch Cam Thomas. Talk about a scorer's mindset, RJ.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He's proficient and efficient from all three levels. He is as confident as they come.
Yeah, you see the mobility at his size. Just a great job by Sarr attacking the basket.
Pass to Thomas. From 12 feet. It's rebounded by Washington.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the bucket by the Wizards. Claxton a screen on Poole. Russell from outside, and the Nets miss again. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Middleton. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Williams. The bank shot, no good. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Back to Poole. Up and over Russell. And there's Poole on the assist by Middleton. Poole's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Thomas.
Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Wizards out in front, up by 3. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Jordan Poole. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Sarr in at the 5. Now here's George. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nets. Nets trail by 3. Thomas outside. Williams on the wing. From deep, Johnson drains the triple.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Wizards. Pass to Sarr. Williams against Middleton. No good there.
The contest and the rebound.